Good morning. Here's your U.S. news briefing for Tuesday, August 25th. Lockerbie bombing trial postponed days before it was due to start. The trial of a Libyan man is delayed for a third time, after new evidence on the 37-year-old case came to light 3 days ago. $200,000 worth of supplies donated to PB schools. More than 70,000 social and affordable homes to be built across England over 10 years. Funding has been granted to Greater Manchester, the West Midlands and West Yorkshire as well as £6 billion for London. OpenAI subpoenaed by Alabama AG over hugging face hack. Alabama's Attorney General issued a subpoena to OpenAI on Monday as part of an investigation into how one of its AI agents escaped a supposedly secure testing environment and autonomously hacked another company last month. Niners owner York arrested in prostitution case. 49ers owner Jed York pleaded no contest to a pair of misdemeanor charges after being arrested in Ohio on suspicion of engaging in prostitution. Pimmada Chaisakcharoen's Thai horror Tame launches EST-N8, BrandThink's B-EST Pictures, exclusive. EST-N8 and BrandThink have launched B-EST Pictures, a joint venture for feature films and live experiences. The venture and #8217's first title, and #8220, Tame, and #8221, a horror suspense feature rooted in Thai folklore, will launch international sales at the Toronto Film Festival and #8217's market ahead of its Thailand theatrical release on October 29th. Luxury's latest cyber risk? AI agents going rogue. As AI bots become more sophisticated, the threat of security breaches is on the rise. Here's how brands can protect themselves. Can Trump's economic war against Iran do what airstrikes and negotiations couldn't? What a new round of U.S. sanctions could mean after nearly 6 months of war with Iran and years of economic pressure on the country. Family throws surprise birthday party at Eagles tailgate for Vietnam vet. Lego posts record first-half revenue, CEO touts strong sales at high-end and value pricing. Lego CEO Niels Christensen told CNBC the company is seeing strong sales at both ends of the pricing spectrum. Android is getting its own weird dots to cure car sickness. Google is rolling out a new Android feature that's been proven to reduce, or even eliminate, motion sickness when using a phone inside a moving vehicle. Dubbed Motion Assist by Google, it's very similar to Apple's Motion Cues, first introduced in 2024. Watson, now Browns QB1, regrets ripping fans. Deshaun Watson will open the season as the Browns' starting quarterback, Coach Todd Monken announced Monday. Oscars, South Korea picks Lee Chang-don's Possible Love as Best International Feature Submission. In an additional vote of confidence for the unreleased feature, Korea's Oscar committee said that Netflix also plans to campaign for it in the Best Picture category following its world premiere at Venice. Pisces Daily Horoscope. February 19th to March 20th. Iran says it is fully prepared to counter widened U.S. economic sanctions. The U.S. calls its latest sanctions on Iran an economic D-Day, but Tehran says it has a plan to address them. Spokane wildfire evacuees return home, but it's still a hazmat situation. Most evacuees have been allowed to return to their homes near burn zones in Spokane, despite concerns about lingering toxins. Burnham refuses to rule out tax rises in autumn budget. Experts have warned that he and Chancellor John Healey will have little room to maneuver in their first budget. India's Airbound bags $37 million to take on trucks with rocket-like drones. Airbound's ultra-lightweight approach to drone delivery has attracted backing from Green Oaks, DoorDash, and Silicon Valley investor Lachi Groom. Flag-in-hole golf, but quieter. Is this the end of LIV golf? The 2026 LIV golf season wrapped up in Indianapolis. While there are plans being worked on for new financing, the future of the upstart league remains uncertain. George Clooney, Ellen Burstyn, Luca Guadagnino, and more set for Venice masterclasses. Venice Film Festival has revealed the lineup for this year and #8217's masterclasses, featuring George Clooney, Ellen Burstyn, Luca Guadagnino, and more. The masterclasses will once again take place at the Lido and #8217's Matchpoint Arena, which can seat 250 accredited guests, and will also be live-streamed on the festival and #8217's website. The Vogue Business AI Tracker. Vogue Business brings you a weekly update of the most interesting stories in the world of AI that you need on your radar. Stay tuned as we spotlight AI initiatives in the fashion and beauty industry each week. Kit Harington replaces Nicholas Hoult in HBO's Harry Potter series. Holt was announced as Gilderoy Lockhart 2 weeks ago but has dropped out due to scheduling issues. When is suspending students discrimination? Education Department renews an old fight. President Trump's Education Department is telling schools to stop considering race when it comes to school discipline. How Canada could hit back to hurt the U.S. economy, and Trump. What leverage does Canada, which sells about 70% of its goods to the U.S., actually have in this spiraling trade dispute? Situational awareness, star AI hedge fund that nearly imploded, now being probed by the SEC. The AI hedge fund went from the talk of Wall Street to subject of federal subpoenas faster than you can say. Diversify your portfolio. Reese sets 2 WNBA rebounding records with 26. Angel Reese set a WNBA record with 26 rebounds in the Dream's 78-71 win over the Sparks on Monday, pushing her past the league's season record in the same game. Oscars, South Korea selects Lee Chang-dong's Possible Love for international feature race. The Korean Film Council, KOFIC, has selected an #8220, Possible Love, and #8221, directed by Lee Chang-dong, as South Korea and #8217, as official entry for the international feature film category at the 2027 Academy Awards. Inside tennis's booming influencer economy. As Grand Slams become increasingly valuable stages for the creator economy, brands and tournaments are racing to capitalize on the attention without diluting what made the events desirable in the first place. Indonesians brave choking smoke to pray for rain as country battles wildfires. Huge blazes in central and western regions of Indonesia have scorched wide areas of forests and peatland, creating a choking haze that blanketed some cities. At least 25% of former NFL players who died between 2016 and 2021 had CTE, study finds. Playing football has long been linked to the brain disease known as CTE, but how prevalent it is still unknown. A new study of former NFL players who died recently found that at least 25% had CTE. Paramount CEO David Ellison is at the final hurdle before buying WBD. So far, he can't clear it. An antitrust challenge by a group of state attorneys general has left Paramount CEO David Ellison hunting for avenues to get his deal for WBD done. Lenovo confirms Legion Go issues after gamers report brick devices. When a company's software update turns your computer into a useless brick, should fixes be free? Framework, the modular computer startup, apparently thinks so. But it's not clear that computing giant Lenovo will go that far. Pro athletes planning to return to NCAA irks SEC. As LSU hopes to sign NFL tight end Daquan Wright if he clears waivers, the SEC on Monday issued a statement emphasizing its belief that athletes who choose to leave to sign pro contracts should not then be permitted to return to college competition. Pride musical to transfer to Bridge Theatre from November, director says bigger venue means the comedy will really benefit from more people watching. And #8220, Pride, and #8221, the joy-filled British musical based on the true story of lesbians and gay support the minors, LGSM, will transfer to London and #8217, Bridge Theatre from November 12, following sold-out seasons at Cardiff and #8217, Sherman Theatre and the National Theatre and #8217, Dorfman Space. Back to school, how are parents shopping for Gen Alpha? Despite tight budgets, parent spending for kids remains stable. The key for brands will be adapting to a new, increasingly fashion-literate generation of youngsters who know what they want. The UK will help Ukraine make long-range missiles by sharing classified tech information. Burnham, who was in Kiev for Ukraine's Independence Day, said defense firm MBDA will release details on UK-made parts for the Scalp missile to Ukraine to help the country assemble the weapons. DHS conducted far-reaching surveillance during Minnesota ICE surge, court documents show. DHS allegedly went undercover at community meetings, subpoenaed the financial records of labor unions, and created dossiers on people at a church gathering, according to court filings. Main Street Sports sues Comcast, Charter for underpaid licensing fees. Main Street has been in the process of winding down its portfolio of regional sports networks since the NHL and NBA seasons ended earlier this year. Aura is reportedly eyeing a September IPO that could value it at more than $16 billion. We all knew it was coming. The expected valuation may surprise, though. Us or them, Kiffin defends pursuit of NFL players. LSU's Lane Kiffin defended his decision to pursue NFL rookies seeking a fifth year of playing college football, saying he's just one of many coaches trying to do so. CGI animated movie Jewel, featuring Lenny Henry, joins Studio 100 Films' Toronto sales slate, exclusive. Studio 100 Film has added CGI animated feature Jewel to its international sales slate and will introduce the project to buyers at the Toronto Film Festival. The English-language voice cast features Lenny Henry, while five-time Grammy Award winners Michael League and Bob Lanzetti of Snarky Puppy contribute to the original score. Should brands be patrons of art and culture? Brands are beginning to rethink their role in culture, moving from trying to create or control it to funding the people and the ecosystems already producing it. Songs created by AI banned from Australia's music charts. The move comes weeks after a DJ admitted using AI to remix a Madonna song that topped the Australian charts. 30 structures burned in Reno's Hawkfire, officials say. Officials have confirmed more than 30 structures have burned in the Hawkfire just northwest of Reno, Nevada. That's your briefing for today. Have a great day.